Welcome back to Pepperroot Gaming. My name's Dragoon.
And I'm Dirg. Thanks for watching.
And this is Project Zomboid. What do we have on the docket for today?
I think we're going to go hunting for another news van or magazine for learning how to make a ham radio.
Sounds delicious.
Delicious, eh? I hope so.
If you wouldn't mind driving.
Sure. Somehow I lost my... oh, there we go. Hey, did you know that V turns off your interface?
I did.
Are the doors open?
No. I'll meet you there and open the doors. Watch out for that tree immediately to your left.
I will just bring it around. This looks so tight.
Yep. Go ahead and pull through. You have water and everything?
I'm pretty sure I filled up while I was making dinner.
Okay. Did you,
You're taking too long.
I was already in the car when he started honking.
Oh. Hey, do we have windows? I think our windows are busted out on this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think they are. The only problem is this takes a auto manual we don't have yet.
Do we want to take this one out?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Okay. Trunk is still good?
It's pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
We need some more materials to repair it anyway, so if we find them on the road, I can weld it on the way. Whoa. Near miss.
Little rusty on driving. Lag spike right there.
Yeah, I saw it too. Let's see. So we are over here and we've looted a bunch of Muldra already. So we are going to head to West Point, correct?
Yep.
Which is down here. I do not have a lot of that map explored, so it'll be an adventure for both of us.
Do you remember if the busted up cars are on the top end or the bottom end of the street?
I think they're on the bottom end.
Surprised at the lack of zombies.
I'm not going to question it.
There we go. Maybe I jinxed it.
Yeah, I've got one spear on my back. I should probably get another one equipped.
Just gonna prime up some eating. Slow down so I can unwrap my hot dog.
Watch out for the cars coming up on your right.
Yep. Oh,
And
these ones too.
one or two on the left.
Grab
Thread
by
the
those.
needle. Remember, we cleared a path, but this will be some good repair stuff later. I'll have to come back here and dismantle a bunch of these.
Yeah. Dinner's being dropped off.
Oh, wait, whoops.
Thanks, Mrs. Dirg. Cars coming up. And they look... Yep, keep going straight. And then you'll veer a little bit right once you get to where the right truck is. Yep. And it looks like you're going to thread the needle between these.
My.
Yeah, I think we need to dismantle a couple more in here.
Want to stop and do that?
Sure. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's clear the area first. Hello. Stay down.
There's one under the car that's not dead yet.
Okay. Looks like he took care of it.
Yep.
Okay.
There's one more group up ahead, too.
Oh, one more straggler coming up from behind. More cigarettes, thank you. Yep. Rosewood map, but nothing exciting. Red furry underpants.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I think we're clear. There's a small group up ahead a little further, but they're pretty far out. I'll glance up every now and then from my plate just to make sure they're not coming.
Appreciate it. A propane torch. Ah, almost empty.
Oh,
Let's see how far we get. We got a little bit left in this tank.
is it enough for 3 cars?
It looks like it filled the propane torch. And I think it's good for 4 cars.
Okay. We can at least make a path.
Yeah. Slows us down a little bit, but I won't say no to the repair materials. We're definitely running low on metal sheets.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's up?
Well, I dismantled one car, and it looks like it emptied the torch.
Oh, wow. 10 units per car then, huh?
Yeah. That
So-
is a change.
Well, we can tow them out of the way.
Can. Let me see if this car right here is, drop. Why would I drop that? That's not what I wanted. We'll see if this car here is any good, and use that to tow him out of the way.
White one's locked, so you'll have to break the passenger window.
Okay.
Was a red truck up ahead, too. Might
Now we've
have a
got
little
some
better
gas in the
towing.
back. Let me put this car bag back.
It's locked. Taxi's good.
Does it have gas?
Don't know. Gotta hotwire it. I guess I could just hop out. It's out of gas.
Okay. Let me top you off a little bit. Oh, not in this one. Here we go.
It's in bad shape.
Well, as long as it drives.
Jeez. I'm going to rush ahead and take out that small group.
Okay.
Oh, it wasn't a red truck, it was a red station wagon.
Oh, okay. Get putting me in the back seat. I was like, I can't start the car.
I hit Z.
Yeah, I figured it out. There we go.
Station wagon's unlocked. If it's got gas. It's out of gas too, of course.
What's up, buddy? Taxi's closed. And 3 Louisville maps.
Someone really wanted to get there.
What? No. Not what I wanted. Watch out.
You're not attached.
I know.
Oh, I was just
Did,
attaching.
You attach me?
Pretty sure I saw a zombie down here. Yeah. Let me take him out. I don't want to get jumped while we're both looking the other way.
For sure. I just saw you joined. What's up, Purple Oak? Yep, everything is absolutely still an apocalyptic mess.
You are good. It's a good spot. I'm buying detach.
Yep.
Wait.
Okay. I'm gonna get lined up for this wreck down here.
Yep.
Oop,
Got a couple guys.
I'll wait till you're not behind me. Oh, there we go. Car stalled anyway.
Why's this guy's not coming up?
Surprised too. I actually thought I saw it closer.
It's the end of that spear.
Pretty sure we've got some more in the back of that car.
Got 5 in my bag too.
Mr. Buff Bod.
Yep. Be attached.
Go ahead. That just stalled out on me.
You're set.
I was definitely feeling it a bit more.
Coming up on your right.
I see him. Thank you. Looks like two of them.
Your
Okay.
side.
Oop, here comes another one, I think.
From behind. Two from behind. Put one back there.
I'm going to do a little field stripping.
There's a couple back there. Pulling them out of the woodwork.
Get him?
Yep. Wait, by field stripping, does that mean you're going streaking?
No, the zombies are.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Anything else? So yeah, we should probably drag out that last wreck there.
Yeah.
Okay. I am coming back.
There's one zombie coming on. Got you attached.
Thank you.
Good.
Come on, buddy.
As long as both cars are out of the way, then it's good.
Yeah.
There's one zombie walking to you from by the red car.
Take care of him, and then I'm going to siphon the gas back out. Good work, car. Now we'll return you to your inert state. Ooh. And since you're so trashed, I'm also going to steal your engine parts.
Good idea.
Failure. Well, fine. I didn't want your engine parts anyway. Oh, there's still a little bit left in this tank. Looked like it disappeared, but I guess it didn't. Interesting.
Enough
Anyway,
to top
we've
off
got that
something
problem.
else.
Let's roll.
Hi-ho, Silver. Away.
Oop, center pole. Watch out.
Roach. Gas station if you wanted to stop.
You know, I have bad luck with gas stations.
Oh, we don't have a generator there anyway.
Oh, car's in the middle of the road. Nice dodge. Car's on the right. Bunch of zombies coming up. You can thread them on the left. There you go. Zombies in the middle of the road. Zombies on the left. Is it starting to feel like one of those belt scroller stages yet?
Yeah.
Little arrow pops up. Blink, blink, blink.
Uh-huh. Are we getting close? Said ambulance.
Let's see.
This might be the turn.
Yep, this is the turn.
Let's take us into town.
Cars in the center of the road.
Yeah, trees on both sides.
We might want to clear these guys out so we have time to maneuver.
Yeah.
There we go.
Should have bought an axe. Whoa. Right out the door.
Ooh, I got stuck on the radio menu.
That's not good.
I started trying to click zombies and it was like turning the radio on and off. Oh, my spear also broke.
Oh no.
Oh shoot, you okay?
No. My guy stopped to do a one-hit stab kill, and that was the death of me.
Okay. Well, let me try and take care of these guys real quick, and then I'll come pick you up. Oh boy. Getting a little populated. Oh boy. Man, it's getting busy.
Good luck.
Okay. I think we're gonna try and lure them into these woods here. Yeah, yeah. And I'm going to come back with the car. Okay, I think I lost the big group.
Good.
Or at least I lost them well enough for now. I left your corpse where it lied. Hopefully you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, quick check. Let's hit the map. Okay, you're straight at the end of this road.
Yep, just spawned in. Check to see if there's anything worth taking from the old base.
Not that I've been there recently, mind you, but I've been trying to bring stuff to the main base if it was helpful. You know, the last time I visited.
Yeah. It's a good condition leather jacket. Oh, that's just a regular jacket. Better than nothing.
Man, the ping isn't that high, but I'm definitely getting some weird driving.
Forgot to put the baseball bat on my back.
Oh boy, thank goodness we cleared some of this space out. I just got to that section, was slamming on the brakes.
Jeez.
Had enough of a gap to make it. Patch on back. Okay, I am at the corner by the end of our neighborhood.
Okay, I'm just killing my way out.
Okay. got a little busy at the end of our street too, so I was gonna...
Work your way in.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I saw more. There they are.
For a good quality leather jacket. See the trailer? Truck hasn't popped into view yet.
Well, I assure you it's still attached.
Hey, there it is.
There's a pair of jeans over here, and one of these guys has a lumberjack shirt. I think I tossed it on the floor for you if you wanted it.
Don't think the lumberjack shirt should help too much, but I thought ahead in the respawn menu and swapped my shorts out for jeans.
Oh, just in case, we can turn the heater on a little bit for you.
Hey. Thanks. You know I'm a freeze baby.
Well, I guess before we go too far, let's see what the condition is. The hood. I know we hit a bunch of things before we started, and on the way back. Okay, not as bad as I would have thought. Windows definitely need replaced. Windshield's gone. Hood's at 46.
Oh, that's not bad.
Propane torch and a metal sheet. We could do some repairs on it.
I think I threw a metal sheet in the trailer.
Yeah, let's check that out. I think we should maybe, sleep here and then head in at day anyway.
See if the green car's unlocked. Safer to sleep in there since it's got windows.
It's fair. I suppose.
Nope. You got one coming up on your right. It's at the tree line. And one behind you too.
Ooh, yeah, there's like 3 of them. All right, one of them didn't get the memo. Did you turn around?
Just kept walking.
Yep. And stopped over here. All right, well, I don't like surprises when I'm welding, so.
I think the taxi had all its windows, right?
I think it did, but I don't know that I checked.
Let me see.
Refill torch.
It's like that and the station wagon up here both have windows.
Excellent. Okay, that refilled the torch, and it looks like it did actually get rid of the propane tank this time.
Oh. At least we don't have to carry around that weight.
Yeah.
15% on the windows on the station wagon.
We have small metal sheets, but not metal sheets. I think I could do something with small metal sheets.
Taxi would be the safer sleeping option.
Okay. How many metal sheets do we have? Just one. Okay, it's a no-go then.
Oh well. I'm gonna leave the loud vehicle behind and run up here to sleep.
I will. My helmet on? I do have my helmet on. Green taxi?
Yellow one. Further up ahead. The one that you were driving to tow things.
Got it. Okay.
Right.
Night.
Oh, great, a gunshot in night.
Just fold those seats back.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't see you. Okay. I woke us up.
Oh no, I hit the forward button.
Look like we're okay.
It's coming at us.
Gunshot was technically a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that drew them all off from where we were, too. That'd be great.
Or maybe it pulled more in. Replenishing the ones we've taken care of.
Ever the optimist. I just noticed in the chat, it says, Dirg, psst, Dirg, hey, Dirg is dead.
I see one walking in the woods to the left. I think we're probably safe to get rolling though. As long as the car starts.
It's the second time it did that. It made driving noises, but did not actually start driving.
Maybe you should get that looked at.
Yeah, I feel like that's more of a game bug.
Crunch.
Yeah, I was not aiming for him. I was trying to get around him.
Uh-huh.
What's that office building over there?
Probably just that, an office building.
Well, do you need to refill, like, on your pens or staplers?
I don't have a pen, but that's okay. I don't need to mark the map. I've lived in this area my whole life. I know it pretty well. Although, of course, I just have a bag of chips and no water. Oh, I do have a water bottle.
I don't know, Dirk. I'm telling you, at some point, we're all going to have these little computers, and we're going to use global positioning systems to navigate around. This map stuff, it's for the birds.
MapQuest is going to stop that.
Is MapQuest a thing? What's MapQuest? I don't know if I've heard of it.
It is about 10 years too early.
God, that was one of my least favorite things. I remember I had a job that I had to travel a lot, and I was like, oh, gotta go on a road trip. I guess I'm gonna plot my route on my computer and then print it out and then drive around with like a couple folded pieces of paper.
Yep.
God, that was so miserable.
I did that driving out to my wife's dad's house for the first time. And there's a part where the two highways become one and run that way for, I don't know, 3 or 5 miles or so.
Yeah.
So I wasn't paying attention because it was my first time going that way. So
Sure.
I just continued down on the one. And I took it until I got into Pennsylvania.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's a long drive where you can't really... There's like a lot of long stretches where you can't get out either. Like, so if you make a wrong turn and you don't know, even if you do know, you're still kind of like, 20 minutes from being able to do anything about it.
Over here.
Okay. We are here, but it's pretty busy. I think I'm going to move down here, and then we might want to clear our way in a little bit, because it's
Sure.
getting a little choked up there. Ready?
Yep. Jumping out.
Okay, they're coming in hot.
Tuck and roll. Ouch.
Saw that splatter. Oop, here's a police bulletproof vest for you.
Oh, nice. Got a couple butter knives as backup weapons.
Perfect. Now all we need is some butter, and then we can really wreck it.
Yeah.
Look out, butter. Your days are numbered.
Should check the trunk of that police car. Hey, there's a bulletproof vest.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Should be on the
floor.
ground.
Oh, I think
I've
it's
been getting into the habit of
ripped.
throwing that stuff on the ground
Gotcha.
so it doesn't decompose. I didn't really tell you that, though. Sorry.
It's okay. Truck's unlocked. First aid kit. That's at least gonna restock a couple supplies. Just in case I get bit and you're not around. Or a neck injury. Neck injuries drain so fast compared to the others.
Yeah. Yeah, the neck injury is the one that... The last episode where I had the very near save.
We got two.
And,
down.
What's that?
There was just 2 coming in from the back. It's a leather jacket. Sweater.
Nice. Glad you mentioned that. I think I'm pretty sparse on bandages.
Didn't you just rip a bunch of clothes?
Did I? No.
Oh, I thought you were doing that stripping the zombies back there.
I was throwing the jeans and stuff on the ground for later.
Ah.
Oh, I didn't see the bat. It looked like you were just going fisticuffs with these zombies. I was like, did we not learn?
There is a mod that adds those. It's pretty
I,
fun,
I
actually.
I'm sure, but punching a zombie is just a bad idea.
My jacket. Same number of holes. Okay.
All right, your body's up here, right after this bend. And there seem to be a pretty good amount of them up here. Yeah, they're all kind of hanging around your corpse. Hi. And
Screwdriver.
just had one break. One hit.
Fresh one in one hit.
Yeah. Bum
Jeez.
spear.
We got 3 coming in from the group. That's about ready to break.
There's one coming in. I'll get it. Yep. Not interested. Got some really important forest business to get into.
It's foraging.
Sure.
I know the
Aren't
feeling.
zombies kind of always foraging?
Yeah, they are, I guess.
I just started looking, at the ground, and I was like, "Oh man, there's a zombie here with like 2 nightsticks on it." And oh, that's you.
Get the friendship bracelet.
Oh, you need the friendship bracelet. Ooh, leather jacket here in full condition.
Cool.
Grab that for the car.
Yeah, water bottles. Good.
You might want to hit this building to drain whatever water they have.
Sure. I'm good to go. Well, actually, let me check to see what the fireman's gear is at. It's not bad, only 1 hole.
I'm going to try and peel some of these guys away.
4 holes on the jacket, though. Judging by the broken spears on the ground up here, I'm pretty sure we stopped before.
No, those are mine from earlier
Ah.
this session.
through the window.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, this does look vaguely familiar, though.
Yeah, I think we're gonna. Oh, jeez.
You okay?
Yeah, like 4 of them just poured through the window beside me. I'm in the Pizza Hut.
I'm in the Pizza Hut as well.
Okay, I locked them behind the door. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Opening.
Oh, that door. Okay. Of course it broke. Leaves me with an empty beer can.
There's a garbage can next to you. Probably checking that.
Yeah.
Like one sink in this whole place. There's got to be a bathroom.
There is. Yep, there's a bathroom over there.
Did you top up in it?
I did.
Steal from the sink back here then.
Yeah, I seem to recall like this is about how far we got.
Yeah.
And I think we stopped.
I think I remember stopping in here to break stuff down for spears. That's why there's no furniture.
All right, I got a couple of saws and some things. All right, it might be ready to bring the car up to this parking lot.
Wait.
Oh, you jerk.
Did you get bit?
Not get me. No,
Okay, good.
but I did whiff a swing pretty good. That's not you. That's a zombie.
Hey.
I think that might have been our foraging friend.
Oh, maybe. Blue car is hot wired, but it's out of gas.
Interesting. I don't think I did that.
I
Or
just
you
did it.
that. Oh, okay.
I was some teenager before the apocalypse started.
Gold darn hoodlums. What's up, Zolta Radler? What's up, Purple Oak? Welcome. Oh, Purple Oak, you already here.
Green one also just needs gas. So we could put a bottle in there and clear out the path, make it easier if you want.
Sure. I did
Must
find
be.
that there's just enough room between these two trees.
Oh, you're good then.
All right, before we go any further, I do want to clean up because it looks like there's a larger group up ahead.
Good. Don't have any wood glue on you?
I do not. Throw that roasting pan in here.
It's your meal already?
Yeah.
Oh, the respawn mod keeps track of your weight. Dang. I was thinking I don't have to worry about dropping weight anymore. 73.
I haven't checked mine in a while. Oh, yeah. 71. And dropping.
On that ice cream.
I have to eat this rotten pizza dough.
Just clearing the way ahead.
Okay. I think I am replenished.
Got that hand still in the car?
Yeah, it's in the trunk.
Just foraged up some mushrooms. I'll toss them in there for you.
Oh, thank you.
Little better than rotten pizza dough.
It is. There you go. Looks like there's 6 up ahead.
In my sickened state, I dumped my pan instead of adding to your pan.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, Dirty Dan.
Hey.
What's going on? Oh my God. It's a real thing. There's
What's
a
that?
standard bra. It's the first
Oh,
non-strapless bra I've ever seen.
nice. Does it provide insulation?
You know, I didn't check.
Could wear that over winter.
Oh yeah, we fleeced this convenience store here. Let's come back for these arcade cabinets.
Your pan just disappeared. Oh. You didn't come by and take it, did you?
No. Try it on. Let's see. Standard bra with red frills. No insulation, but it is full condition.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that does add a decent amount of encumbrance.
Hmm.
I'm sure ladies can relate.
Probably had some good support, though.
It doesn't say if it's underwire.
Maybe emotional.
An emotional underwire?
No, support.
Yeah, you weren't kidding. There's no food pan back here.
I put the food pan back in the trailer. I found
Okay.
it. It's stacked up with mine because they were both just mushrooms, and
Got it.
the stack size was cut off because the text was so long.
Who says I left it behind? I'm just not wearing it right now. Like a thunder shirt for a dog. Yeah, is that why women wear bras? It's nothing to do with function. It's all about just kind of emotional well-being.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's another standard bra. Black one.
Well, we must have entered Bra Town.
Those West Point girls.
They know how to buy well-fitting underwear?
Yes.
So many options.
Should be safe to move the truck up a bit.
Okay. I'm at the north end of this gas station area, or parking lot area.
Okay. I'm just past the other building in there. The strip mall-like building.
In the same place, more or less.
Out here the truck.
There's another convenience store. You idiots. They're like smashing the windows and then walking to another window.
Trying to unlock it.
Yep. Brute force unlock. Oh, you guys, please. There you go. This one idiot literally has like a broken window on each side of him.
He's not going to it.
No.
Maybe he just wants to vandalize it. His door robbed him when he was young.
Right. Some zombies just want to watch the world burn.
Just heard a woodpecker.
What kind?
I don't know. Eastern? Warble neck?
I don't know enough to know if that's a real woodpecker. And I'm mad about it because I do know some other ones. If anyone in the audience knows if there's just a eastern woodpecker, chime in. Ooh, motion sensors. Another how to use generators. Some beef jerky. Man, you know I love orange soda.
Did you find another cache?
No, just one. Ooh, a bunch of snack food though.
Cool. That'll put some weight on.
I like when you go to eat things like jelly beans or gummy worms. They only let you eat the appropriate amount,
Oh, really?
which is the whole. It's the whole bag.
I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Maybe there's only a quarter left.
Maybe Oh, no, I'm a liar. It just clicked so fast that I just hit the consume all.
Careful, I don't think there's any dentists out here.
My God, I'm at 71 and still dropping. How much junk food do I need to eat? There
Maybe
you go, drink a whole orange soda, I guess.
is it more of a consistency thing instead of considering today as a cheat day?
Good question. What else we got? Some black licorice. I know it's your favorite.
Oh yeah,
Rotten corn dog.
that's gross.
I know, right? Like, I think a corn dog is barely food as it is.
The employees should be throwing that out.
They may have stabbed the only remaining employee right through the head, so.
Do what you gotta do.
This is a stick up?
It's It's a big group up there. I don't feel safe taking that on by myself.
Okay, I'm gonna unload all of this food.
Got to clear pretty far in. Trying to use a blunt weapon instead of the spears, though, so I can get some fresh clothing instead of all this holes. Or all these holes. Hey, Mother of Chaos.
Hey. Yeah, it's going pretty well. How about yourself? All right, I'm bringing the van up.
Hey. Just don't hit me in the butt.
Don't get in the way of the car.
Jumping into the grass.
You have been busy.
Coming in from both sides now.
And you're right, too.
Yeah, I saw that. That's what I mean by both sides.
That one wanted to turn
Behind.
into a crawler.
Keep poking holes in all the good leather vests.
I'm only poking holes in the leather vest because there's a zombie on the other side of them.
I work so hard to kill them with a blunt weapon.
Things are going well now. The stream did not get off to a great start. But hopefully your chaos was good chaos, or at least over chaos. Less than troublesome. Yeah. Yeah, that feels about right. Oh, I still have this leather jacket. You don't need a leather jacket, do you?
There's probably a couple holes in it.
This one doesn't have any holes in it, I swear.
Oh, wow. Had some good aim that time, huh?
Actually, let me double check. It says the condition is full.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. I've got 4 holes in my fireman's jacket, so...
Yeah, no holes. It is going to be in the trunk of the car. It's a little bloody.
That's okay. I'm accustomed to blood.
Oh, that's the worst. When, like, as soon as your coworkers start, like, actively talking to you about your stress level, it's like, oh, it's that noticeable, huh? Ugh. Zombies on the west side of the road. Yeah, I've been seeing some weirdness. I'm not sure if it's lag based or what, but every once in a while, either Dirg will appear and disappear and go crazy, or every once in a while a zombie will.
Sounds like normal Dirg.
Yeah. They do worry about the pregnant lady. As they should. And, you know, pregnant, but not helpless. I'm sure you do fine. I don't want trouble from the pregnant lady. This is another standard bra. There's an epidemic of adequate underwear in this side of town. Where did you go? There you are.
I'm up ahead.
You didn't need that zombie, did you? Put a hole
Nah.
in it. That's a stake in it. See, we were just talking about bras earlier, and I did not see any benefit. I mean, in the real world, sure, but see, if I put on this standard red frilly bra, doesn't reduce my encumbrance. I don't get any additional food holsters. I mean, in this game, it probably wouldn't help. Just if you didn't have one, there would be added encumbrance. Like, you just get, you know, more trouble for not having it. How this game usually rolls.
We got 2 houses coming up. I'm gonna bring the car up
Yeah.
to at least the intersection here.
I think so.
Just hop the fence.
It looked like a pretty tall fence.
Make it. As long as you're not carrying a second bag or over encumbered.
I think I'm not over encumbered by 1/10 of a unit.
Wow.
You were hit in the face with a boob while running from zombies. Pain level increased by 0.1. Yeah, that sounds about right. What do you mean I knocked myself unconscious?
No, you're not sneaking.
Yes. At least I did. Then I got in the car, and then I got out and forgot. I noticed it right when you said it. So
Just walking into the heart of West Point.
whatever, you're not sneaking.
I'm pretty sneaky. 3 points in it.
That's fairly sneaky. Just wanted to give the Zeds a fighting chance. You want to break in one of these houses and go to sleep for the night?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that zombie was literally just sleeping in that pile of garbage.
Yeah.
And that other zombie just teleported to you. Definitely getting some weird rubber banding. Very sporting. Thank you. I try to give every combatant a fair chance. I mean, they're already having trouble with their eyesight. Got kind of an unwieldy gait.
Coming around the van.
Yeah. He was very excited. He was screaming about it.
Yeesh. I just keep coming. You got the ones on the road, I'll jump the fence, see if it's safe.
Okay.
Or actually, maybe we should just clear this area, see if these cars we can go into and sleep.
I like that.
So those houses are going to be pretty dark.
Piles of garbage make a great zombie bed. Yeah, they're not too picky.
The van's open.
Okay.
There's still more zombies.
Oh, are there?
Yeah.
There is adhesive tape and other things in the glove box, too, so... I don't know if you still had things that needed repaired.
For wood glue, yeah. There's a big difference between a 10% repair and a 75% repair.
Oh, I know, but I just didn't know how hard up you were.
Guy just won't stop walking.
Well, let him go.
Gonna
There's a
make
house
him
over here,
nervous.
too, the little one.
Yeah, let's check that out. A little safer than sleeping in the car when we know it's not clear.
A couple zombies in the backyard.
See one going up the sidewalk.
I think they both are. Or maybe I can't see over this white plastic table.
Oh, it is so dark.
Yeah.
Is that you coming behind? Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
There's 4 coming, 5 coming, 6 coming, 7. Another coming around the corner.
Ooh, ooh, shoot, shoot. Run.
Get out of there. Back to the road where we can see a little more contrast.
Yeah. Ooh, I think I got out from that. Okay.
Good. Probably want to fight them.
There's a big group. Head back towards the car.
That's what I was saying. You want to fight them where we cleared instead of where we haven't cleared. Oh, you just pulled them all in.
All right, we can just break eye contact through these trees down here.
They'll lead us in our sleep. Nice.
Okay.
All right. Back to the house or just sleep in the van and risk it?
Yeah, let's go to the house. I'd rather have some walls than sound dampening.
Why do you snore?
Not in game.
Is there a flashlight in that glove box, maybe?
Here. Got a lighter.
Well, that works. Cool. That tree just moved in a suspicious way. Ah, that's a camouflaged nighttime zombie. There's another coming around the house.
Yeah, I can't use a light source and...
That's okay. Saw another. There's two more.
Yeah,
They just
I
came
see
out
'em.
of the house. So you lost your windows on the house. It's well
If
timed.
you at home are having trouble seeing, don't worry. We're having the exact same experience.
The house definitely has more in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot in the street too up ahead. Let's go back to the van.
Okay.
I think that'll be the safest option.
Yeah.
There's one dude walking over to it. Try cutting him off.
Oh, there's one standing back here.
The one I was tracking. Yeah.
Park the vehicles up against a wall and you can sleep car front ends to each other.
It would work, but I think the noise of attracting them at this hour might be a little more risky.
Perfume. Ooh, it is downright cold outside.
22. Wow. Might be snowing. It's the last of my mushrooms. Do we want to jump the fence or go for the smaller houses back there? I say jump the fence.
Maybe jump the fence. Okay.
Just two garages. Bigger homes, more loot.
All right, coming in the side door.
Propane torch and metal sheets in this one.
That's great news. Propane torch especially.
Axe
We
2 would
have-
be good.
Yeah, the metal sheets, 2 full-size metal sheets. That's
Yeah.
great. They are a little heavy. I guess what's the entry to this neighborhood?
It's just further down the street.
Okay.
Start clearing that.
Yeah.
Looks pretty clear, actually. Oh, there's a group right at the intersection. Pretty large. And across the street as well. Down the street the other way.
Okay.
We just happened to pick a good spot to jump. Watch your left.
I see him. Thank you.
Let's get the ones on the left first, actually, so we don't back up into them.
Okay. One of them's got a satchel on him, too. Got John Wayne swaggering up here.
Me breaking? Yeah, that was me breaking.
A stone hammer. Okay.
Must have been a survivor.
Ooh, another jacket. That is in full condition. No holes. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I didn't see that you were...
It's okay. Jump behind you. That might be the whole group from across the street.
Okay.
They're coming in from our front yard, the corner.
Oh. Oh, okay. There's a lot. Let me free up my spear here.
Okay.
This is the one I have equipped? No. Equip this one.
Maybe time to swap to a spear. Eat. Bag of chips. Oh, jeez, he just appeared out of nowhere. I thought I was going to die. I just started eating.
Sorry.
It's okay. Migrating. Maybe we can catch a couple. Got one, two. One from the corner of the house.
Yep.
Third one coming in.
Coming from around the tree. There we go. I just didn't want to scare you by disappearing and then popping in.
Was.
Yeah, I realized that after I said it. Sorry.
Say, I don't see it. Where is it? It's gonna get me. them.
All of them, is it?
No, there's
Oh,
was
there they are,
definitely
yeah.
more than
They're
that.
out in the street. They're out in
Yep.
the street.
Jeez, that's such a big group.
Well, it's real foggy. Although
Good
this
time
does
for a
make me wish
shotgun.
that... well, yeah.
I'm coming. I'm moving back to the yard. We'll break up the group in the trees.
They just really appear out of those trees.
Yeah. Fog doesn't help.
No. See one more coming through. Where'd you go? There you are. Swear I looked at you, and then you just weren't there. Just, I don't know if that's lag or you're just very sneaky. Okay, I think I have 4 more coming up the sidewalk.
More than that. Might be the whole group. Sounds like your spear broke.
It did. Got another one on my back. Ooh. Played the chomp noise. I think he's chomped at air.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna take a cigarette real quick.
That may have been the last of them. It's just a couple more. Okay. Unless there's any hiding in the trees, that's the end of them. It's a lot of movement
Okay.
in the trees.
I've been seeing a lot of wind and stuff blowing around lately. I'm not sure if that's like a winter thing, making the trees move more or what, but
Maybe.
it spooked me a couple of times, then it was absolutely nothing.
We do have a wind chill warning.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring the car up around.
Okay. You just turned around. Is that intentional?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
intentional. I figured I'd stick around up here to make sure you're not getting angry. Still clear.
Coming up slow.
Okay. Oh, it's not clear. Coming from across the street, just 2 of them.
Okay, and there's another big group that hasn't seen me but is coming in
Okay.
from the east, so be ready.
I don't know what east is.
Bottom right.
Okay. I see. Yeah, they're walking this way.
I think they're ambling. They don't know that we're here.
One of them does, at least.
He's
2
coming
of
through
them.
the tree lawn. Bye. Later.
Two more coming in from the side there. I'll get this one. 3 more.
Back up. They're coming up beside you. Ooh, that one just like warped through the tree. Not cool. There's at least two more.
Okay. Going back out to the right to see what the group looks like. I don't see any heads. That may have been all of them. I hear
I
one
hear someone.
from across the street.
It's just Carol.
Ah, okay. Hey, let's check out the house. Maybe we get lucky and find an engineer's house.
Love it. There's a there's an awful lot of corpses on the lawn.
It's good for the grass.
Is it? Doesn't it poison crops?
My dead body didn't seem to do that.
Well, yeah, but you weren't diseased.
Oh, that's true.
I'm pretty sure zombie blood splashed on crops causes them to get infected.
Don't forget to fill your water while we're in here.
Oh, thanks for the reminder. Ooh, this rope.
What do we use rope for?
I think we needed it for light posts and a couple other things. Ooh, salt, pepper, and dried split peas.
May as well bring them back if you got the space. Nothing worth
Anything.
mentioning upstairs.
Okay. You don't need any more cooking pots or anything, do you?
Nah.
Okay.
We've got plumbing too, so we don't have to worry about filling pots.
Oh, dude. Sugar, pancake mix, chocolate.
Gonna have to break the window on the garage.
Man, they made the heart moodle really aggressive this last update. I'm like losing a little bit of health.
Yeah.
Because I'm over encumbered, and it's like
Dancing all over the place.
oh yeah.
Move on to the next house. Maybe this one will be an engineer house.
Fingers crossed. Oh, I gotta go get that metal.
Still in the driveway.
Yep.
Corner window in the kitchen's open.
Okay, thank you.
Quite a few zombies in here for them. There being no broken windows or doors.
Maybe they live there.
Maybe. Front door's unlocked also.
Need a hand, or should I run this metal back?
That should be fine.
Okay.
Say that and then I'll probably die, of course.
No, it's easy. Just don't die.
Where was that advice earlier?
You're right. If only I had been there to tell you. You're right. Don't worry. I'll never not tell you again.
Thanks. Next time I die, if you didn't say it, I'm going to blame you. Hey, there's a gun case. You want me to shoot it?
No. No, I don't. No, but
Just
thank
like
you.
last time. And end all our West Point episodes here.
Yeah, every episode we end by getting mauled.
It's got a shotgun and 12 shells. You can work up your aiming pretty quick with that.
Yeah, I can do that back at the base, though.
I think you actually have to hit a zombie to get aiming skill.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Sorry. I was thinking of reloading.
That's only half the battle.
G.I. Joe. Take the butter.
Sorry. Okay. House is clear.
Yeah, then we've got all these books already. An engineering magazine, was excited, but it was nothing.
It is an engineer's house. He's got a bedroom up here, but does not have the proper magazine.
Are you not harvesting like lug wrench, saws, shovels, any of that kind of stuff anymore?
No, we've got plenty of that back at base. What are the odds that we're going to break a shovel?
You say that now. I am like level 6 farming.
Show off. Coming down the stairs. Don't want to scare you.
Appreciate it. They've got their pictures facing towards the wall over here. The least accessible end table I've ever seen.
Lazy house generation.
I'm sure it's very strange owners.
Got those books back at base, you said, right?
Pretty sure. I think we have just about all of them, so. Those all seemed like they were mid to low level.
Yeah. Straight across the street.
Yep.
The other one.
Front window's open here.
Corner house has no front door. Cabinets are all empty too.
Oh, the family's still here.
Oh. Are they healthy?
No.
Too bad. This house is picked clean. Oh, there's a denim shirt. Replace the one with holes I've got.
Yeah, I don't have anything to sew in additional patches, though. Good to take. Oh no, rotten melted ice cream.
Rotten. Oh, that's right. They changed it.
So much potential.
Man. Risk it. Quarter
So
at a time.
disappointed. Not gonna risk it.
For the gains, Dragoon.
Drink the soda instead.
There's a fairly sizable group in the woods in the back corner.
Okay. Well, don't attract them, please.
Oh. I guess it's not too late for that. Thought I had attracted them, but they're not coming for me. I may have attracted them and dealt with it. It's okay, it was only about 9.
Oh, good.
I was gonna say I hear more. Can't find him. But now he's banging on the garage door. So there's one inside of that. Which is good because there's no windows to get in. So we'll just let him break his way out.
See, where are you? Oh, okay, you're in that backyard.
Yeah, I'm out back. It's a weird setup. Got like a street for the garages.
Assumed you were going to be coming in here.
I assumed you were going for the corner house. Start at number 1.
Make metal walls, make metal roof.
This guy's taking too long with the breaking. I'm gonna hit the door with an axe. Generator.
Oh, nice.
Another propane torch and large metal sheet. Welding rods.
Oh, welding rods. I know we need a bunch of those.
Grab this stuff and run it back.
All the metal construction is based on those, and they seem to be excessively rare.
Just foraging on the way back, maybe find some more mushrooms. You just use a sink.
Did.
That on the way outside.
It's a very loud sink.
Yeah. There's a couple empty pop cans out here too. Is that your doing?
I don't know. Maybe.
Bug. End of the world, and you still throw your garbage on the ground.
The garbage cans didn't even work until a minute ago.
Oh, so now that they do work, you're not making the effort?
Exactly. Ooh, a cordless phone.
Good for breaking down.
Yeah. And awfully close to electrical 3.
Some zombies in the next house over. Another generator. Both garages.
Wow. Well, keeping up with the Joneses situation.
You'll want to check this garage out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is the last room. It is. Ooh, gun case. Oh, found your bikini.
Oh, thanks. I don't remember being in that house, but I know I left it somewhere.
You can't even remember what house you were in?
No.
Dirk, we've talked about this party lifestyle of yours. You've got to get it together.
You know, when I'm so out of it that I wear a bikini, it's kind of hard to remember anything.
Get some help. All right. On the way. Into the bathroom, apparently.
Uh-oh. Did you eat that?
No, the quartering while sneaking was not as good as I thought.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, I'm right behind you.
Thought you had the rotten ice cream. The other garage.
Ooh, that wheelie bin might be nice.
Your prize is in a cardboard box.
Ooh. And we got it, folks. Ham radio.
We've started off rocky, but we're ending solid. I think they're like 20 pounds if you want me to carry it. Unless you just broke it down.
No, I didn't. But I did level up experience on the 2 cheap radios.
Okay. I just saw your hands moving like you're breaking something down.
Hey guys, it's cool. We found it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll favorite that real quick.
Yeah, it might count as a radio if you choose breakdown all.
It did not. Ham radio. Yeah, it is. That is 20. Oh boy.
You got it?
I mean, for now,
Okay.
we're gonna run this right to the car.
Walk it slowly.
Extremely heavy load. Might stop for a beef stick on the way. Good grief.
Oh, we've got beef sticks.
I've got beef sticks. Don't worry, I'm saving them for you.
Oh, from your
Snack store.
stop off, yeah.
Okay. Not enough room in there.
Guess I'm gonna have to walk. We can consolidate.
I'm sorry. I can't put it into the car because why? Oh, because it's favorited?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I mean, that makes sense, but still not immediately clear what was going on.
Oh, there's plenty of space in the trunk.
Yeah. It's part of the reason I was so confused. I was like, what do you mean? Get in there.
Two magazines I haven't read yet. Good find. Cool. Do we risk checking more houses or head back?
We got to get this cash back. We've been searching everywhere for ham radio. I think we got to run it back.
I would agree.
Let's celebrate with some licorice.
Yeah, now that you mention it, that snack cake didn't fill me up.
Down to 70 and still dropping weight.
Jeez. Coming in. I'm in. Oh, it's 8 p.m.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh boy. I thought you were going to topple over.
Oh, it didn't move a whole lot on my side.
Oh, it was pretty big on mine.
Might have been lag.
Maybe.
I've seen some, I attached a trailer in a way that it didn't like one time, and it appeared to flip the entire car over. And it turned out just to be kind of like a lag thing, but it was definitely like, you know, I was under the car. I was pretty concerned.
Yeah. Did you want to stop and check out that ambulance? Nah, let's just keep going. We'll do that another day. It's almost nighttime.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't see one gas grill.
You're right. Those were some nice houses, too.
You ever see the funny videos of the bad car wrecks? I have not. We got a link. Go ahead.
I haven't seen those either. This will be good.
I feel like it's a lot like the Grand Theft Auto 5 car physics, where like they're good enough in most circumstances, but there's a lot of cheats that they did to make them like work efficiently that they really don't work at all. Seem to recall, if you like, cars always push themselves down towards the tires. So if you get a car with enough air and then you angle it up, it'll apply the thrust vertically. So you can make cars and stuff and, like, you know, go higher and farther.
It's like how, you know, Thor
a cheap gravity hack. Right. But yeah, I feel like there's some car physics stuff that they did in here to simulate, you know, some stuff cheaply that does weird things. Like, you know, attaching a trailer and then all of a sudden it's like, nothing can ever break the bond between us. And then it starts flipping the car over because the, you know, trailer is slightly crooked. It's one solitary zombie. Can you imagine him, like, stepping out of the woods, be like, oh, sorry, guys. I got lost in this tree, and I just stared at the sky for about 20 minutes. I didn't know what was going on. What? Oh, God. All their poor zombie friends are just mutilated in the street.
Sorry, I was kind of in awe with your awesome driving skills.
May just be lower ping.
Maybe. You might be selling yourself too short there. You were weaving at full speed. I don't think I can hold down the mute button and blow my nose at the same time. This might get a little loud.
Okay, well, thankfully you're in the passenger seat.
Maybe my elbow can, like, fat finger the whole area.
Fat bow?
Did that come over?
No.
Mission success.
I was actually kind of, like, curious if you were going to, like, tumble out of the car because of, like, all the hotkeys you just hit.
Luckily, I made my mute key the minus on the keyboard, or the
Oh, the number pad?
Yeah, the number pad.
That's
so
smart.
It's like way far away from anything else.
I'm glad we're catching the good driving skills on stream because there are a couple times in the test sessions where it's like going great, or nothing around us, and then all of a sudden I like slam into a tree,
Yeah.
like turned into the tree.
I'll get the doors.
Okay. Open both. I noticed that with the trailer, the other door will get
Locks
blocked
it.
if you try to. Yeah.
You're in.
You can't see the other cars.
They're far enough away that if you go in straight, you'll miss.
All right. Success.
Finally. I had a flashlight on me.
Dirk, you just really, give yourself a hand. You did a great job.
Someday I'm going to figure out what mod you've got that you can do all these animations.
It's not mod. It's vanilla.
Some key press. We'll figure that out another time. I give up.
All right, guys. Bye.
Night.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Have a great night. Thanks so much.